If I were to die tomorrow and you remember me for one thing, I hope that it's the fact that I'm a huge Weird Al Yankovic fan. So for this video, I'm gonna pretend for 1 second that people actually care what I think and go through every single one of his albums and rank them. And as an added bonus, I'm challenging myself to give brief, snappy reviews of each of his songs and not have it take 3 hours to do so. So I'll be ranking each song with a letter grade in the bottom corner, so keep an eye out for those. The tiers I have for the albums are Pretty Stinkin' Majestic for S tier, 90,000 watts of Dolby Sound for A tier, Better Than a Rembrandt or a Van Gogh for B tier, Close But No Cigar for C tier, A Pickled Wiener for D tier, A Poorly Refrigerated Tuna Fish Sandwich for E tier, and A Big Bowl of Sauerkraut for F tier. Alright, we have a lot to get through, so let's get going. The self-titled debut album. Alright, let's speed run through these songs. Ricky. I didn't watch I Love Lucy growing up, and I wasn't a fan of the original song, so sorry. Gotta Boogie. Immaturity at its finest. I never skip this one. I Love Rocky Road. Who doesn't love Rocky Road? Buckingham Blues. Severely outdated, but I'm not gonna lie, I was rooting for this one to be brought back for the Vanity Tour. I say that way too much in this video. Happy Birthday. There are very few songs that have almost killed me laughing so hard the first time I heard them, and this is one of them. Stop Dragging My Car Around. I find this song very aggravating just from my own personal experiences with car trouble. My Bologna. I thought it was Steve's Bologna. The Check's in the Mail. I'm getting very irritated just thinking about this song, but I like it though. Another one, Rides the Bus. Best use of an accordion case ever. I'll Be Mellow When I'm Dead. I wish I was more like the guy in this song. Such a groovy guy. Again, I wish I was more like the guy in this song. My spiral into depression is beginning. Mr. Frump and the Iron Lung. This song does not make me feel better. So with all that, where would I put this album? I'd say it's definitely better than a Rembrandt or a Van Gogh. I think that's fair. In 3D. So many great songs on this one. Eat It. Don't Tell Me How to Live My Life. Midnight Star. So good it should have been a single. The Brady Bunch. Half of the song is literally just the Brady Bunch theme set to Safety Dance. How does he do it? Buy Me a Condo. I honestly wasn't super nuts about this one until I heard it live on the Vanity Tour. I Lost on Jeopardy. Yeah, well, I lost it live. Polka's on 45, and so begins one of the best traditions of a Weird Al album. Mr. Popeil. I especially love the big steel girder line in the song. King of Suede. It makes me want to go out and buy a suede jacket, but I won't. That Boy Could Dance. It has a beat and you can dance to it. Theme from Rocky 13. Not one of my favorites, but I understand I'm probably in the minority on this one. Nature Trail to Hell. Seriously, one of the most epic songs in his entire catalog. This one's going in 90,000 watts of Dolby Sound for me. Dare to Be Stupid. I don't have any amusing remarks for this one. Like a Surgeon. The first time I saw the track list for this album, I honestly read Like a Sturgeon, and for a little while I thought that's what the song was called. Dare to Be Stupid. One of the best songs of all time. I Want a New Duck. I feel like we're heading into Raffi territory with this one. It just seems like a good bath time song for young kids. One More Minute. The perfect way to deal with a breakup. If you're into self-mutilation and degradation. Yeah! Yoda. If you don't love this song, who hurt you? George of the Jungle. It's the George of the Jungle theme song. That's all. Slime Creatures from Outer Space. I was really rooting for this one for the Vanity Tour. Girls Just Want to Have Lunch. This Is the Life. Another one I hope to see live one day. I love this one. Cable TV. It's fine. Hooked on Polkas. You got us hooked on polkas, so the title fits. Honestly, if it wasn't for Girls Want to Have Lunch, this would be going in A tier. I mean, come on, Al doesn't even look happy performing that song. Just look at those eyes. Those are apology eyes. This album gets demoted to Better Than a Rembrandt or a Van Gogh for that one. Moving on to Polka Party, what I believe is still Al's worst selling album. Living with a Hernia. I can't wait for my first one. Dog Eat Dog. The man becomes David Byrne while performing this one. Addicted to Spuds. I've eaten too many Spuds in my day, so no. One of those days. Another one of those few songs that almost killed me from laughing so hard the first time I heard it. Polka Party. Release the Wang Chung cut. Here's Johnny. Skip it. Don't Wear Those Shoes. I jammed to it when I was 12 and I was over it by 13. Toothless People. Why? Why as in why, dear God, why? Good enough for now. This song is just like one big Emo Phillips joke. Christmas at Ground Zero. Who doesn't love a nice warm nuclear holocaust during the holidays? I've no doubt made some enemies along the way on this one. Jared cancels himself within the Weird Al community. On to even worse. Starting off with one of Al's biggest hits of his career, Fat. I'll be honest, strictly as an album cut, not my favorite song, but I love the music video and the live performance. Maybe I just heard it too much, I don't know. Stuck in a Closet with Vanna White. Yet another one I was rooting for to be included in the Vanity Tour, and he did it, just not at any of the shows I went to. This song's just 6 words long. I feel like this song should have just gone, this song's just 6 words long. And that's it. That's the whole song. You Make Me. Whenever I'm asked what my favorite Weird Al song is, this is one of the first ones that comes to mind. I think I'm a clone now. Thank God I've never had a reason to suspect anything like that. Oh God, what a nightmare. Oh, God. Lasagna. Yes, please. Melanie. It's the prettiest song about a creepy obsessive stalker. Alimony. Give me my money back, you bitch. Velvet Elvis. Rocky and I jam out to this one pretty frequently. Definitely one of our favorites. Twister. The game where hernias are born. Good old days. More sick and twisted violence set to pretty music. 90,000 watts of Dolby sound, says I. The UHF motion picture soundtrack and other stuff. Just rolls right off the tongue, doesn't it? Money for Nothing, Beverly Hillbillies. Another TV show theme that matches up perfectly. How does he do it? Gandhi 2. This isn't a song and I refuse to rank it. Attack of the Radioactive Hamsters from a Planet Near Mars. Yet another one I wanted to see during the Vanity Tour. Aisle Thing. Is that still a thing? The Aisle Thing was a destructive trend that started in the late summer of 1989 after a song of the same name was released by parody artist Weird Al Yankovic. President George Bush signed a bill on June 13, 1990 that bans any and all acts of the Aisle Thing. The song is banned in Boise, Idaho. Hot Rocks Polka. I've always wanted to hear this one live. That would have worked for the Vanity Tour. UHF. I love it, and it's also my favorite music video of Al's. Let Me Be Your Hog. It really bloats this album out, not gonna lie. She Drives Like Crazy. How does this song not get more attention? I love this one. Generic Blues. Story of My Life. Spatula City. Stop It. Fun Zone. One of my favorites in his entire body of work, hands down. Spam. So stupid, and I love it. And Spam was invented in Minnesota, so that's the perfect segue into the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. Now, I know I'm biased, but this has to be the greatest song in his entire catalog. Just makes me want to go on a road trip right now. Yeah, I'm putting this one in 90,000 watts of Dolby sound. Off the deep end. I prefer the shallow end, but thanks. Smells Like Nirvana. What does Nirvana actually smell like? Do I want to know? Trigger Happy. Can't disagree this one's aged poorly, but at the same time, sick and twisted side of my sense of humor still loves it. I can't watch this. Anytime Al puts out a song like this that's hard to learn, I just think, challenge accepted. Polka Your Eyes Out. Don't mind if I do. I was only kidding. I actually feel terrible for the woman in this song. The white stuff. I'm surprised he didn't get the parental advisory sticker on this album just for that title. When I Was Your Age. This song gets more and more autobiographical every day. Taco Grande. Challenge accepted. Airline Amy. Melanie's sister gets her own song too. The plumbing song. Meh. You Don't Love Me Anymore. This song gets more and more autobiographical every day. I'm kidding, Rocky. Please don't kill me. Bite Me. Play this on an 8-hour loop for the perfect ambient noise while you're sleeping. I'm putting that one in 90,000 watts of Dolby sound as well. Alapalooza. I remember my brother had this album growing up, so this would have been my first exposure to Al. Jurassic Park. This should have been the actual theme song from the movie. Young, Dumb, and Ugly. I know he's going for AC/DC on this one, and the key change during the Vanity Tour kind of veers from that a lot, but the live performance brought this song to a whole new level for me. Bedrock Anthem. It's fine. Frank's 2000-inch TV. One of the most beautiful sounding original songs and inspired the name of the best podcast on the planet. Achy Breaky Song. The original song drives me nuts. I appreciate this so much. Traffic Jam. I really wanted to hear this one on the Vanity Tour and I didn't get to. Talk Soup. A lot of people really like this one, but it doesn't do much for me. Living in the Fridge. Love me some Aerosmith and gross out humor, so yes please. She Never Told Me She Was a Mine. You just weren't listening correctly. Harvey the Wonder Hamster. Counting down the days to when he inevitably becomes president. Waffle King. I get why a lot of people like this one, but it's not for me. Bohemian Polka. So far, Al is the only one to perform the song correctly. Queen, what's up with that? This album is real hit or miss for me. I can personally say it's only close but no cigar. My brother's gonna be very disappointed in me. Wait, how dare I put this in the same bracket as Polka Party? It's much stronger than that. Sorry, Polka Party fans. Bad Hair Day. Hey, me too. Amish Paradise. Have you ever had somebody who knows that you're a Weird Al fan come up and ask, hey, what's that Amish song that Al does? It's to Gangsta's Paradise. You know the one. What's that one called? Amish Paradise? Yeah, that's the one. Ugh. Everything You Know Is Wrong. Gee, thanks. Cavity Search. If the sound of teeth being drilled bothers you, this is not for you. Calling In Sick. Love this one. Showed it to Rocky like 5 years ago and it's become one of her favorites as well. The Alternative Polka. How dare you, Weezer? Since You've Been Gone. Doesn't sound like she's really gone, man. Sorry. Gump. I'm So Sick of You. I'm sick of me too. Syndicated Incorporated. A giant list of TV shows, and that's it. Killer accordion solo here. I Remember Larry. He's Coming for You. Phony Calls. You know, I've never prank called somebody. I feel like I missed out. The Night Santa Went Crazy. I remember that night. Alright, I don't even have to think about this one. This one's pretty stinking majestic. Running with Scissors. This is without a doubt my favorite album, because it's the one that got me into Al. The saga begins. I tell the in-depth story of this on this video, but long story short, this is the song that first got me into Al, so it has a special place in my heart. My baby's in love with Eddie Vedder. I appreciate this one a lot more than I used to. Pretty fly for a rabbi. Pretty fly indeed. The Weird Al show theme. Challenge accepted. Jerry Springer. Not gonna argue that this song is severely outdated now, but this one was one of my favorites. I was really into the song one week as well, and also challenge accepted. Germs. I was really surprised when this one wasn't brought back in 2022. Polka Power. This was the first polka medley I ever heard, and it blew my mind. Your horoscope for today. Challenge accepted. It's all about the penniums. Do I even rank the rest of these songs? I feel like a broken record with these ratings. Truck driving song. I spoke too soon. Grapefruit Diet. This one had to grow on me, but I'm here for it. Albuquerque. So the Saga Begins was the first one that wrote me into Al, but if there's one song responsible for hooking me, it's this one. And it goes without saying, I'm putting Running with Scissors in Pretty Stinking Majestic. You can't stop me. Poodle Hat. This one holds a special place in my heart too, because this was the first time I got to experience the thrill of a new Weird Al release. Couch Potato. Still can't believe Eminem didn't let him make a video for this. Hardware Store. If you don't know this song, what are you even doing here? Trash Day. My least favorite on this album, but I have a lot of great memories attached to it listening to this album with my brother, so. Party at the Leper Colony. I heard Al wasn't very proud of this one, but I love the Buddy Holly vibe and I have the sense of humor of a 12-year-old, so it works for me. Angry White Boy Polka. White boys be angry indeed. Wanna Be Your Lover. Best live performance ever. A complicated song. Definitely one of his strongest parodies in my opinion. Why Does This Always Happen to Me? I love Ben Folds and I love this song. Ode to a Superhero. Instant classic. Bob. I'm ashamed to say, but I didn't get the joke at first. eBay. While the Backstreet Boys have aged, this song hasn't. Yeah, I don't know. I had nothing better for that one. Genius in France. This song is an experience. I didn't like it much at first, but I definitely have had a change of heart since 2003. Oh, a lot of nostalgia with this one. For me, it's pretty stinking majestic. Straight out of Lynwood. This album didn't hit as hard for me when it first came out, so let's see if my opinion has changed. White and Nerdy. I feel like people who don't even like Weird Al love this song. Pancreas, Gallbladder, Canadian Idiot. I feared those confetti cannons during the tour for this album. I'll Sue Ya. It depresses me that this song will most likely always be relevant. Polka-Rama. My least favorite polka still hits hard. Virus Alert. How did this one not end up in the Vanity Tour? Confessions Part 3. This one had to grow on me, but had a lot more to do with the original song. Weasel Stomping Day. Hey! Close but no cigar. I kept a Viber slap in the car at all times just to play along with this song. Do I Creep You Out? Yes. Trapped in the Drive-Thru. Loved it the first 30 times I heard it, now I'm over it. Don't download this song. You can't stop me! Honestly thought I'd be ranking this one a little bit over, but based on my rankings for each individual song, it's gonna have to go into 90,000 watts of Dolby sound. Alpocalypse. For an album I've always felt I liked more than Straight Outta Lynwood, let's put that to the test and see if it's actually true. Performed this way, all I can think about is giant peacocks. CNR.
I miss Steve.
TMZ. I hate TMZ. Skipper Dan. Actually flirted with the idea of moving to Orlando right after this song came out, just so I could be a skipper on the Jungle Cruise. Polka Face. I'm pretty sure I drove my friend Jason insane with this song. Craigslist. Being a huge fan of the Doors, I freaked out when this song came out. Party in the CIA. My brother's definitely more into the song than I am. Ringtone. Wasn't really into it until I got into Queen. Now I don't understand what was wrong with me. Another Tattoo. My favorite section during the medley on this tour. If That Isn't Love. I don't know, it's fine. Whatever you like. My least favorite song on the album, and you can blame the original song for that. Stop forwarding that crap to me. Or don't. I'm not the boss of you. Yeah, I give this one a slight edge over Straight Outta Lynwood, but they're pretty neck and neck, honestly. So 90,000 watts of Dolby sound for Alpocalypse. Alright, home stretch, guys. Let's do this. Mandatory fun. Ending things off with a bang. His last traditional album, and it hit #1 on the Billboard charts. Handy. This album is not starting out with a bang. It's okay because I feel like the next one's gonna make up for it. Lame Claim to Fame. I was right. Foil. I remember hearing this one at the Hollywood Bowl in 2016 and the orchestra sounded just terrifying and eerie. Sports song. You suck! Not the song, I just wanted to say that. Word Crimes. This song was a celebration in itself when it first came out. My Own Eyes. I love Al songs that are just a series of random events. Now that's what I call polka. I also call that polka. Mission Statement. This might be my favorite original on this album. It's just really pretty. Inactive. Needs less static in the sound mix, but this song is hilarious nonetheless. First World Problems. I remember overhearing a conversation between two other fans of how much they disliked this song. How dare you?
Hey, that's my line. How dare you?
Tacky, my anthem, at least as far as my closet's concerned. Jackson Park Express, yet another one that almost killed me from laughing so hard the first time I heard it. I feel like Emo Phillips could just speak the lyrics of this song and pass it along as a new stand-up routine and it would work perfectly. Alright, so Mandatory Fun is obviously pretty stinking majestic. There you have it. There's my list. Read it and weep. Do you disagree with me on everything? Probably. I didn't include Medium Rarities or the Weird the Al Yankovic Story soundtrack, as I just wanted to focus on the main 14 albums. And there's also a handful of singles like Spy Hard, Headline News, and Hamilton Polka. So let me know if that's stuff you'd like to see covered, and maybe I'll do it over on the second channel or something. And while you're here, check out this playlist. It has a lot of other Weird Al videos that I've made. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. But if not, I get it.